my song I created started, but then it actually had a lot more stuff.
And
Like,
with
we
that,
were working in
with that,
pairs.
welcome to Talk Time with Caffeine, where apparently Snick has created a song.
Yeah, and from my freaking... In my high school, I had one video class for a semester. And what happened was, our first assignment was to make a song in GarageBand. I was just going over how we were put into pairs working on it. One pair of kids, literally all they did was take the same stock music loop and they just put it over and over and over for 2 minutes. And like when we listened to it, we slowly realized that they did not put any other music into it. And like most of the class just started smiling and the teacher looked seriously pissed.
Well, at least nobody freaking stole another song and uploaded it and say they created it in GarageBand. Like, it's not like the teacher loaded it up and it was like dun, 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 dun,
oh,
dun.
I actually have a story from college that kind of was like that, but no, I was afraid after that song played because that exact same stock loop was how me and my partner started our song, but we actually did a lot more stuff. Unfortunately, I can't play the song because I never got a copy of it, but if I ever did get GarageBand, I do remember what it sounded like, so I can kind of recreate it.
I thought you were going to say the song went like this.
Imagine if I did start playing that in my high school.
That'd be fucking
And
hilarious.
I got me some cherry Diet Pepsi.
Oh.
But, let's see.
Cherry Diet Dr. Pepsi.
I hope someone said that.
Ew. Code Red.
So anyways, the college story I was going to tell. So, I had one of my English professors was this very moody, down-to-earth guy who, I don't know, like, sometimes he would give speech, like, he was very mature, and he liked hearing good stories out of us, but at the same time, he would kind of make life sucks speeches all the time.
Was everyone in the class like, yeah, that's us?
Guys, life
Not
sucks.
necessarily. Like when he got really into it, some of the other kids just be like, "Why be so depressed?" Like, I guess to quote the freaking Joker, I guess you could say a lot of the kids had faces that more or less screamed, "Why so serious?"
Wow.
Why so serious?
No, it's why so serious.
I do not know.
So
You'll understand when you're older.
So the whole thing with I am watching a creepy Kablam short right now. But let's see. Sorry about that, but so he went on to describe one student he had in one of his classes. He noted this student was really, really bad. Like, he apparently never submitted assignments, and when he seldom submitted assignments. When he submitted them, they would usually be late and not very good quality. But then came the final essay, and the thing with college classes is that frequently the final project or final exam could be worth like 1/4, or in extreme cases, 1/2 of your final grade.
Oh my
Right.
god.
That's ridiculous.
Well, normally it was 1/4.
Okay.
So maybe sometimes 1/10. Like sometimes it all depended on what the professor felt was best.
3/4.
Now, so I don't know how much the final essay was worth with this guy, but when the final essay came, The mama of the MarioTube is interrupting. But so, anyways, what happened was, I mean, I kind of want to see his reaction to this.
Well, apparently I have to clean the fucking toilet, so yeah, that's great.
Well, real quick, Arn. Real quick, I just want to say, lift the webcam, and I just want to see your quick reaction to this before you go, if you can. If that was ever so happy. So, the final essay comes around, and this kid that never did any good, he submitted a damn good final essay. Like, the professor was surprised. He was happy. He finally did it. He did something good for once. But then he went to go reference check, and he found that the entire essay was stolen from an internet article.
Oh, no.
Of course.
The entire thing?
Yeah, the entire thing.
Not even changed up a little. Just completely.
No.
Wow.
Nope. The way he told the story, he sounded seriously pissed.
Months on this, professor, trust me. Studying every day, every night. They put into their freaking thing, literally every word is read.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
We'll wait for Mario to get back.
Now in millions of debt.
We'll wait for Mario
So
to get
fuck
back,
it.
clean the toilet.
Already in the hole.
To start
I might as well put myself even further.
Yeah, we'll wait for Mario to get back to start
goddamn toilet.
To start the main topic while he's cleaning the toilet. But, Snick, you want to tell your Snick story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the snake story. So, I was... Oh, by the way, I know we risk copyright, but I got Rocco on the TV right now.
Rocco's Modern Life.
So, I was in this exact same room when I was at the camp last year. And it was fine, aside from the occasional bug. I will say, on this window, I was scared a freaking grasshopper got inside the room, but then I realized it was safely on the outside of the screen.
You're like, oh, floating grasshopper.
By the way, right there is actually a dead wasp that I went Angry Grandpa on the other day. Like, it was flying around that light. It went to that wall. I grabbed this handy-dandy fly swatter, and more or less what I did was kind of like this.
Ultra instinct. Schnick. Where'd you get the money? Where'd you get the money? Patreon.
Yes. Psycho Dad did smash DSP's car after he unveiled that he got Xbox money from Patreon or Patreon. Or no, Patreon as DSP says it, but... Anyways, so everything went fine with the camp last year. It was Friday night. I had just gotten back from a big bonfire celebrating the end of the camp.
Yeah.
So I was about to just sit back, relax on this very same bed, and celebrate a job well done, because I had to screen the video I made for them. But then I decided to go to the bathroom to use the sink.
There was no sink.
So as you see, we got a shower, and here's a toilet that I did a thing with. Like, let's just say I called Brandon last year, and Brandon's going to have to tell you this story, because let's just say something I did had Brandon laughing so hard Skype cut him out.
Wow.
That doesn't sound as depressing as you think, but no, seriously, Brandon was in complete disbelief into what I did.
You dropped the toilet into another toilet.
Well, no, do you want to know what I did?
I mean, if you want to explain.
Nah, it's kind of X-rated. Let's just say it involved me going to the bathroom.
/ cry. Okay.
So,
not podcast appropriate.
Well, then again, I did tell the story with the cow suit and the fucking.
Oh, they fucking.
You know what? If there's anyone in chat that wants to hear the story, let me know. Otherwise, I will. All I'm going to say is it also involves killing a bug.
Oh.
But let's wrap up the snake story. So I come in here to use this sink, and the thing is, you see this little wall panel right here?
Snake flew out of it.
No, the wall panel was not even taped here. It was just sitting here on the floor, and this whole part of the inside of the wall was exposed.
Oh.
So it was fine for the entire week, but then I come to use the sink, and then I suddenly look over, and I see a snake starting to slither back inside the wall. It was like in a circular shape, curled up on like the edge here between the outside and the inside.
God, it's like the freaking Harry Potter basilisk. Kill.
I predictably flew out of the bathroom. I frantically called my dad. He and one of the camp counselors came to investigate, but it was already long gone. And the thing is, I was supposed to go home the next day, and I ended up sleeping at the camp cabin instead. And unfortunately, my sister wanted to stay another night so that she could hang out with friends. So I did have to come back here. And I actually did give my mom and dad a hard time about it. Though, at Saturday evening, I was like in the main lobby of this area. And eventually a staff member actually did approach me. He gave me a handshake and he said, "Oh, don't worry, we caught the snake."
Yay!
I guess because this is part of a larger building, and they actually did explore the building, and I think they eventually found it in the basement.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, but now, if you really want to know the story I did with Brandon.
Sure.
So what happened was there was a bug on the floor. Like, maybe it was flying around. Maybe it was like some kind of beetle.
You fit the snake.
And no, it was not the snake. So what happened was I grabbed the fly swatter and I freaking smashed it. And then I didn't want the corpse hanging around, so I freaking grab a paper towel and I throw it in the toilet. And then, did anyone see that episode of Batman the Animated Series where that chicken was gangster? Or like that...
The puppet guy?
Yeah. Huh?
Is it talking about the puppet guy?
No, not the puppet guy. It was an episode called The Man Who Killed Batman. Like, there's this gangster who's, like, very clumsy, very unsure of himself, but then he's believed to have actually killed Batman when he falls off a cliff, like, or falls off a building into an explosion. Here's the thing, Batman's not actually dead, but then he actually gets celebrated by the criminal underworld for killing Batman. That is, except for the Joker. He tries to do a heist to verify that Batman's actually dead, but then Batman doesn't come, and he actually makes Harley Quinn put all the jewelry they were stealing back, because in the Joker's own words, without Batman, crime has no punchline.
Oh.
Oh, I think I remember that now. And he tries he tries to kill the guy.
Yeah, he tries to kill the guy. Like, they have Batman's cape and cowl, which is kind of proof, quote-unquote, that he's dead. And the Joker ends up giving a big eulogy, and he throws a funeral for him. Said funeral involves throwing the gangster into the coffin that has Batman's cape and cowl and burning him in freaking a vat of acid. And as the freaking coffin with the gangster inside rolls down a conveyor belt, Harley Quinn plays a freaking rendition of Amazing Grace on a kazoo. Fun trivia fact. There's a fun trivia fact. There's actually a fun
Okay,
What the
stop that.
fuck? There's actually a fun trivia fact about that. The actor who played Harley Quinn, she actually did play Amazing Grace on a kazoo, and she was thankfully able to do it in one take, because all subsequent retakes, the actors kept bursting out laughing. But anyways, so when I killed the bug, I freaking grabbed a paper towel and I freaking threw it in the toilet, and all while I was doing it, I was imitating Harley Quinn's Amazing Grace rendition of on the kazoo. Like I was like going beep 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 beep. Like I was going like that.
Jeez, oh my god. Freaking
And then,
thought Spider was on
then I ended up doing a bit of an unscripted thing, more or less, just because I needed to at the time. I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, bye.
So, freaking, well, I pointed the webcam at the toilet, and I threw the paper towel with the bug in the toilet. And next thing you know, I actually decided to pee in the toilet. While continuing singing the song. Obviously, don't worry, there was nothing graphic or anything. It was more like, have you played the intro of Duke Nukem Forever?
Nope.
Jesse?
I know what you speak of. Also,
Yeah,
top
like
10
in
worst
the
ways to
intro
die.
of Duke Nukem Forever, the first thing you do, Vandalia, you own Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, I didn't remember buying it. I thought it came with Steam.
Okay. Well, anyways, the very first scene in the game actually has you playing as Duke and you piss in a toilet.
Wah, wah.
So more or
Top
less
10
just looked
best
like
plots.
that. And when Brandon noticed it, like, he started bursting out laughing. Because of how unexpected it was. I mean, it was very juvenile, but I don't know.
Oh. Poor Bugoo.
He's already
Mike.
dead.
What about you?
I-
What about you, Jesse? You got stuff to talk about?
I'm in my closet and I saw a spider crawl under the shoe, and when I lifted up the shoe, the spider was gone, and I'm scared. So.
No, there's actually a
I'm in
story
my closet
involving a
and I saw
spider
crawl under
at the
shoe, and
camp.
when I
Apparently,
lifted up the
there was
shoe, the
this
spider was
really
gone.
large fucking spider, which I think had a big ass, indicating it had a fucking egg sac or something. And freaking one kid took his shoe, or he took something and he just smashed it, but then it exploded into white liquid.
Ugh.
Well, there's something that's nasty.
Hmm.
Do we have any
Freaking-
life in the chat?
Nope.
Or
Nobody.
did I scare? Huh?
Nobody in chat.
Nope. Anyways,
I scared
once.
everyone away.
Anyways, once freaking we have this raid, right? And I don't think it's supposed to be used indoors, but we just kind of vent out the smell, right? And all the toxins out of the apartment. So freaking there's a spider and I kill it in the bathroom, right? And I forget to vent out the air. I come back and there's like 4 dead flies sitting on the counter of the bathroom. I'm just like, what happened here? Apparently, the raid was so strong, it killed the flies after I killed the spider.
Well,
Wow.
it'd be funny if it was.
But-
It'd be funny.
Nice
if it was
mouse.
It would be funnier if it was in reverse. Like you killed you killed the flies with the raid, and all of a sudden the spider ate them, and it died too.
Oh
Yeah.
no! I actually do want to be a bit heartwarming now. I actually did something good for a bug once. Last year during the camp.
You grew.
So I was using the bathroom, and I noticed there was another one of those beetle things. And, of course, I freaking grabbed the fly swatter, angry grandpa his ass. Well, no, I didn't hit it like 10,000 times like I did the wasp. But I hit it a couple of times, and it was just laying there dead. But then here's the thing. I noticed there was a spider in the corner. I didn't pay any attention to it at the time, but where I killed the beetle thing, it was actually pretty close to where the spider was.
So you're like, here's Spidey.
Yeah, I come back later in the day, and I see that the corpse of the beetle thing was partially eaten, and it was kind of strung up on the spider web. So I kind of fed a spider. Look at that.
Ah, the food chain. It's magical.
I used to do that before at my old house. We used to have this huge spider monkey, or monkey spider. It's one of those things. It's not a monkey. It was a spider, but it's called like a monkey. It has a monkey name. But basically, they create big web, like like the Spider-Man styled webs of the animated cartoon series. Those are the types of webs they would make, like a perfect spider web.
Wow.
So when I was little, I would just chuck grasshoppers into there. So.
Oh, I guess you knew Grasshopper Kid.
So, apparently Mario was not happy.
No.
What happened?
Well, I had to clean a toilet and put the dishes away, and it seems like every time I bring up the phrase, I'm doing a podcast currently, it's like it's a foreign concept to, especially my mom, and sometimes it feels like my dad. Like, oh, who gives a shit if you're doing a podcast? This is more important right in here, right now. And I have to ask you right now, out of all the available times.
Be like, like Mom, it's Tuesday. I do this shit. Back the fuck off, no,
No, with my mom, it literally seems like that every time I bring it up, it's as if she's never heard of me doing this before. It's literally as though I'm telling this to her for the first time. It's like you're trying to come out with something that, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's it's like your parents have memory loss and you're trying to come out that you're gay, but they keep forgetting that you're gay, so you're constantly coming out to them every single time they notice something off.
And you get sadder and sadder. Each time you get sadder.
And when I do bring it up to her, it just seems like she doesn't have any respect for it. It's like, oh, well, who gives a shit? I'm older than you. I actually have employment in comparison to you. So why is your thing important? Well, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, no respect for it at all.
Well, technically, I work with Uber Eats, so I have employment too. Well, speaking of that, any new Uber stories?
Nope.
So I guess we got the topic. Earlier today, by earlier I mean 20 minutes ago, we were talking about topic ideas, and then Mario came up with the perfect idea.
I've recently heard of the idea of night owls being disrespected because people have misconceptions about them being lazy and shit like that.
Well,
like discrimination against night owls.
And
that makes no sense.
And that happens at my work all the fucking time.
What? How How do
And
you
they
have a
fucking
night
see
shift
it
and
working.
wait? How do you have a night shift yet get discriminated? How does that happen?
It would be bad if they discriminated you on the night shift, where they're like, what are you doing working at McDonald's at 2 o'clock in the morning? You're lazy, lazy.
Oh yeah, and what are you doing? And what are you doing at a
Eating.
McDonald's at 2 a.m. in the morning, fucker? Huh?
I have some business to do.
Well,
Hypocrisy.
I got some chicken McNuggies.
so the
Boys.
so here's my story. The morning people come in. A few things aren't done sometimes. They're like, why don't you get this thing cleaned up? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Well, Mr. Morning Shift, there's only 3 of us here, and I have to make all the food and make all the sandwiches and cook the food, or I have to do the dishes and hand out the money, or I gotta do this up front all by myself. So, we can't do everything. Unlike you morning people where you have 10 people in the morning after 5 o'clock. From like midnight, from like 11 to 5, you have like 3 or 4 people, and you have like 10 people at 5 o'clock. So maybe you have a little bit more flexibility to have one person at one job instead of one person at 3 jobs.
Why don't you do everything? Because we're a 3-man army, unlike you, Mr. 10-person group. Like
10-man group.
Goddamn.
That's no excuse.
Seriously,
barely,
or 10.
You barely get any business. Oh yeah, that 20-cent order at 2 o'clock in the morning is no business at all. Fucking
10 people versus 3. Yeah.
20
Fuck out of here.
20 McChickens at 2 in the morning.
Anyways, I have some stuff that I found out recently.
About night people?
No.
Oh, we're on that subject.
But well,
Yeah.
one, I would say that I've been staying up way too late playing Mario World and not getting anywhere. I've just been going in circles, and then I finally cracked and watched a Let's Play, and then I saw it with my eyes, and I was like, "Are you joking, mate? In this Force of Illusion?" But anyways, besides me playing Mario World for way late into the night, apparently I found out. Do you know Coco the gorilla?
No.
You know.
Yeah,
No, never heard of it.
the sign language gorilla.
Basically, Coco the gorilla was
The one that
taught sign language.
Yeah, that's what I said. The sign language gorilla. That's what I just said. The sign language gorilla.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell the rest of them who she is.
Christ.
So, the gorilla learned sign language and could actually speak to humans pretty fluently, and like the gorilla would actually tell the humans what it would see and what it felt.
Did she die or something?
So, yeah, she died at the age of like 44, something like that.
Like recently?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Not recently at all.
Well,
In the grand scheme of things, it's pretty
Well, I
recent.
guess.
So,
You just found that out today?
not today. I found out like two days ago, and I was like, "Oh, this could be used for a podcast or something." So,
Well, cool. We'll talk about that in a second. All right. So, Snick, any ideas about either topic?
Which topics?
I guess first of all, the night shift topic because we're on that first.
Night shift. I mean, sometimes sometimes I get my mom and dad criticizing me for staying up late on some days. Though in this case, I don't really have an excuse since I'm not actually working. I'm just doing my projects or playing games. Not so much playing games, but doing projects.
okay, I have a night story. So every so often during, I'd say the summertime or around like spring break, my parents would go out at 12 p.m. and come back with some Hot Pockets, right? And this was when I was like 6 or 7, right? So I kind of got into my mind that, oh, they're leaving to get some Hot Pockets back for me, right? But one day I stood up for way too long and I fell asleep early. So when I woke up, it was about like 1 or so, and they came back with Hot Pockets. And since I woke up at 1, I figured, oh, maybe they'll understand, and maybe they got Hot Pockets for me. I walk out, they only have 2 Hot Pockets, one for my mom and one for my dad. And I'm just like, hey, where's my Hot Pocket? And then they're like, what are you doing out of your bed? Get back to sleep. And I'm just like, what? But I've been sleeping the entire day. They're like, too bad, leave. And I'm like, I didn't even get to eat. And they're like, well, sleep. And I just sit there laying in my bed staring at the ceiling angry. So
See, that's the thing with parents I never got. Like, I've had situations where I couldn't fall asleep for some reason. Like, literally could not even come close to falling asleep. And I'd complain about it to my dad, and basically he'd tell me too bad. Because, fuck it. I don't know. So,
I'm pretty sure insomnia
It's just
is
like, well, too bad.
Yeah, insomnia is kind of a bad problem. I've had kind of insomnia before where I'd literally get like 2 hours of sleep a month.
Well,
like,
for me as a child, it's not. For me as a child, it's not so much insomnia. I don't really know what it could have been. I mean, maybe it just could have been a little bit too much caffeine in my system, but just some nights, it's just not even possible to fall asleep easily, and it pissed me off quite a bit.
Your Monster Energy hat was giving you energy without you knowing.
Back in December when my voice was gone for a while, I couldn't sleep then either because every time I fell asleep, it felt like my throat was closing up. So I was like,
oh my God.
So I was literally like had to stay awake until I got to the doctor. I get the doctor appointment and get some medicine for it because I really, if I was sleepy, I'm like, I was gasping for breath. It seemed like, so I was like half awake the whole time. Like, luckily I got off of work, so I didn't have to be like at work, like, hi, how are you?
That is the suck.
Yeah.
I stood up yesterday for way too long and did not get very good night's rest today. I mean, I had a midway sleep from 2 to 5 today, but before that sleep,
AM or PM?
8 or PM, like that was my
5 PM. Okay.
I said midway sleep, but before that, when I had my real sleep, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I fell asleep like at, I'm gonna say 2 or 3. So I had 2 hours and then stood up for a while and then another 2 hours of sleep. So basically, I kind of creeped myself out a bit because I watched I think I watched a horror movie. I watched something creepy on YouTube, some stupid creepypasta or something. So that got my mind, jittery. And then I started hearing things falling in my freaking pantry, and I knew that my dogs were in the other room. So I'm just like, default me. And so it's like no lights are on, completely silent in my entire apartment. Like, I hear no cars going on outside, and stuff just randomly falls when I'm watching a YouTube video. So then I kind of freak out a bit, and I go check what's up to see if it's like a rat or something, right? I find no evidence of anything fallen, no evidence of a rat or a bug. So from that point, I'm just kind of, freaked out a bit. And I was like, if I go to sleep now, I'm going to have some stupid nightmare. So I sit there and I'm like, well, what do I do? If I watch YouTube, then I'm still not going to feel safe. So I end up just making a bunch of thumbnails for Vandalia rapidly, which is why I made so many for him.
Yeah, he did.
Not because...
He made a lot.
Yeah, I didn't really make it out of just making it. I kind of made it because I was scared the night, so I just kind of wrapped.
I was haunting him.
Yeah, Vandalia was haunting me. Not to mention, it didn't help that in the next room, my brother was like kind of talking in his sleep. So every now and then, I'll just hear like, and then flip over.
Oh.
So
Now I think I have some stories kind of like that.
Wait a second. So MarioTube, you used to be a night owl, but now you're not really a night owl anymore.
What? Well, that's not entirely true. I still consider myself a night owl, and kind of gets me pissed off in some situations because I don't know why, but it's like every time I end up staying up late, I don't know why, but my mom just loves to come in my room and check on me, and if she sees that I'm still up, she'll usually tell me, go to bed, or some shit like that every single fucking time. And I'm just always like, why are you up? You're the one who's supposed to be sleeping, so
I'm like,
what the fuck?
she has a special alarm set.
Be like, I have no job right now. I'm done with school. You know, I don't have a job in the morning. I'm done with school, so
No, it's even when she does have to work.
No, I meant you. You tell her like, yeah. Well, I'm done with school. I don't be up for school. It was summertime anyways. I have no job to work in the morning. So, what's keeping me? Why didn't me asleep right now? Doesn't keep me asleep right now.
If I told her that I didn't have school or anything like that right now, then she would just say, "Oh well, your program's coming up soon, so you got to get in the schedule." It's like, okay, so what the fuck do I care for? Like, it's not
me.
Like, what the fuck? I don't have a reason to go to sleep early right now, so what the fuck?
You could kind of easily fix your sleeping schedule in about a week if you really try, unless it's really, really messed up. So
mine's kind of all over the place. Mine is so fucked up that I think it might have been the last time I did Uber Eats. I'm not sure, but it was okay. I did Uber Eats. I was very exhausted. I thought for sure that if I was this exhausted, I would be able to say, fuck it. I don't want to stay up. I want to fall asleep early and then fall asleep. Nope. I still find myself up somehow when I'm fucking exhausted and now also mentally exhausted because of the fact I didn't sleep, even though I was physically exhausted. Like, how the fuck did I manage this? So, it's like being exhausted doesn't seem to help.
It's like you lay down and your brain is like foggy or something. It's like your brain is just saying no. No you.
Well, so, I also think that it's in part of the electronics because I always find myself on something, whether it's my phone or my computer, but...
So
what was that?
So are you
intense orchestral music?
So give us a set schedule for Uber Eats, or are you still on call all the time?
Well, actually, I wanted to say one more detail about my mom checking in on me, and then I'll answer that. My mom checks in on me sometimes, and it doesn't even matter what I'm doing specifically, whether I'm talking to a friend or I'm just in my room being absolutely 100% quiet, making zero noise. She'll still come in my room and fucking see me awake. And I just think to myself, so you really have to come in here and open the door only to yell at me about going to bed when I'm not even doing anything that could possibly keep anybody up. Makes no fucking sense to me. Like, if I'm being 100% quiet and I'm not harming anybody, then there is zero reason for anyone to care. Zero reason.
You know what would be even more messed up? What if you were actually sleeping or like ready to sleep and then your mom opens the door and wakes you up? How angry would you be if that ended up happening?
I don't think that's really happened to me before. That would be a weird scenario.
My mom.
The only thing.
Have you ever been, like, you're ready to fall asleep, and you actually feel like you're falling, and then you wake up, and, like, you freak out, and then you open your eyes, and you're just like, whoa.
Yes, I have. Anyways, my mom was the same way. You actually hear her in some of Snick's KH2 videos. She's like, go to bed. You'll hear it. Snick will hear it in the audio later on down the line when he edits. But like, go to bed. Why aren't you sleeping? I'm recording a video.
Wow, that's fucking ridiculous.
Slash cry.
Uh,
No, I need
so
I need to start doing stuff more with
I just
YouTube.
posted that in. Oh, really? Unrecognized fucker.
Slash cry.
I'll do what I want. No! Whatever, I can't do it.
cry.
I rewatched Sony's E3 conference I don't know, I just wanted to rewatch it. I was just bored. And after the Resident Evil 2 remake trailer, it popped up pre-order today, and then it cuts to the crowd. And then after a few seconds, you just hear, "You can't tell me what to do," just from the crowd. And I start laughing. It was really
I'll pre-order
unexpected.
tomorrow.
It's funny.
God damn it.
So, well, so you're saying, so are you like on call? You have a schedule for Uber Eats, or you like on call?
Well, Uber Eats is designed so then you don't have to have a schedule. It's just like you do it whenever. Fuck. I swear to God, I heard something. Like, it was like someone was saying behind my door, but I don't know what the fuck that was. Maybe there was.
Ghost
Never
Pikachu.
mind.
Like people order Uber
Spirit
Eats
animal Pikachu.
people order Uber Eats at 2 in the morning sometimes at McDonald's.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna find myself working for Uber Eats in the middle of the night with a bicycle, but I'll probably. I usually do it during the evening,
Oh, do you have,
just because it works better.
You have a light on your bike?
Well, I would use it if I still had a battery for my electric bike, so
Oh, that's right.
there's that.
Have
Plus,
you,
even
when
if I did have a battery, I'm pretty sure my parents would still, well, my mom especially, would probably still freak out about it. Like, oh no, you can't be doing this
Like,
because
Hey,
people will shoot you or something like that.
I'm 18, Mom. Curfew. I don't have a curfew.
I want to make my $3, Mom, please. I'll be okay.
Think of that.
I'll be back in
fucking
3
true.
hours.
Speaking of that,
How
is there
fucking
still
true.
is there still curfews out there? Is that still a thing?
Like for me, or
Like for minors?
Um,
Like minors can't be wandering around at 2 in the morning.
I'm not sure actually. I've never really heard of that kind of thing.
I think it used to be a thing when I was like growing up. Maybe it was like a curfew was a thing.
When it was really late outside and you had to take out the trash, would you run a little faster than you would do it in the daytime?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Especially,
You just run with the trash bag, chuck it in, and run away.
Especially recently, now that there are skunks running around my neighborhood.
Whoa,
Oh.
skunk
Ugh.
infestation.
So I'm like,
The Vandalia neighborhood is skunkish.
back in the 2 weeks I was playing Pokemon, I used to play Pokemon Go for 2 weeks before I got bored of it. I was staying outside, you know, look at my phone.
What Pokemon is that?
I look down,
Is that a Rattata?
like I see a white stripe walking towards me. I'm gonna back away now.
Oh,
Pokemon in real
those
life.
I'm gonna go.
Wait a
I'm gonna
minute.
go 20 minutes around the long way.
Wow. I think my neighborhood in Colorado had like foxes or something roaming around. So, what would you rather deal with, foxes or a skunk?
Foxes.
where I used to live, we would have freaking mountain lions and bears come down in their neighborhoods and raid trash cans. So yeah,
And where were you at?
New Mexico. Right underneath the mountain. It was like one side's just plain flatlands, and the other side is mountain. So we live like by the base of the mountain. So every now and again, a bear would come down and just walk around the streets, and I'd be like,
Of
"What?"
all the animals, foxes are the least. Of things to foxes, bears, and skunks. Foxes. I'd rather have foxes because they're like
I'm dealing with the best of the best
the least.
kittens.
They're like they can't really. I can take an attack you attack them. They're not really big enough to do like. And then they can't smell you either. I mean, That's
Yeah,
not bad.
we have to deal with feral cats and kittens in our backyard, but it's not really a big deal or anything. In fact, it's not even a problem really.
The cat eats the grass. It freak out.
Half of
Anyways.
our yard consists of grass, and the other half there is no grass at all, just dirt.
Does your
I'm
So
not
yeah,
even
the
kidding,
kids
by
are
the
eating
way.
does your dog
Like
bark
seriously,
the
look at this.
cats?
Oh yeah. that's
live
fine.
camera.
This is a video I recorded on my phone. I have the audio off because it's not important.
It's a
You
cat.
finally
But yeah,
found Neo under
there's
the
kittens
truck.
hiding. There's kittens hiding behind that fence there.
It's scared.
Oh, what the hell?
Meow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, see? I don't know if you could really tell. There's like at least 3 of them in there.
Whoa,
It's a brave
kitten hideout.
brave little kitten. Does your dog bark at
It's-
him?
Have you ever seen like those?
I don't think my dog really sees the kittens all that much. So, I mean, if she saw them, yeah, she would bark, but it's not a problem since she doesn't really notice them.
Point him out. Your doggy. Food. No.
Oh, Jesus
This kind of
Christ.
reminds me of. Okay, one time it was during the fall, right? I was small, and we had kind of like this interconnected yard, I guess. Like we had a pretty big sized house for like the area, and on the right side of our house it was kind of like a strip of land, and then we had a pretty big backyard. So we didn't really have a front yard, it was just more of a side yard. So, and on the side yard along the gate there were trees, pretty big trees, right? And what I would do is I would use our friends to crawl up, and then I would hop on a tree. And I would say that as climbing trees, even though I couldn't actually climb a tree, like from the bark. So one day, I asked my mom really early. I'm like, "Hey mom, can I go outside?" And she's like, "Yeah." So then I go outside, and it's pretty cold outside. It's pretty misty. I go up the tree, and I look out of our fence, and we used to live right next to like a small park, and that park was a pretty big plot of land. So anyways, I crawl up the tree, and in the park was just a huge buck, right? Like a huge reindeer buck. And I think it saw me, but I could like hear it breathing. That's how close it was. So I just kind of freeze, and it takes a few steps, and then it just runs down the street. And as it's doing that, a car comes, and then the freaking bug jumps over the car and disappears behind someone's house. And I'm just like, excuse? I just kind of stood there in shock. And I'm just like, what? It was pretty crazy. And I don't think anybody actually believed me when I told them. So.
Wow. Sounds ridiculous.
So Snick, you said you had some night shift stories.
Yeah, I just need to try and recall. I have one involving the camp, and I think MarioTube he should remember it. Unless that short-term memory loss got them, and then he takes a sip of his drink as he tries to remember it. Okay. So...
Adam does even
anyways.
remember what drink he's drinking.
Looked red.
What
What am I
Damn
drinking?
red.
What am I drinking right now?
Red one.
I'm guessing Dr. Pepper.
Canada Dry.
Shit. What is the
I
what
thought
does
you were
the
gonna say-
estimated year say though? Can you tell me that? What is the estimated year on the can say?
1883, Dr.
1837.
You two are close, but it's not correct.
1867.
You're closer.
1886.
One off.
Is that Pepsi thing?
1885.
Ding ding ding.
1860. It's 1860 something.
It says it on the can, 1885.
What? But I said 1885.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
I did.
the first response was
I did.
1885. Skype might have cut out, but whatever. Then I
Vandalia,
said
can you be the victor chooser here.
Victor Chooser.
What-
I think I either said 1880. Yeah, I think I said 1886, and I said 1885, and then you're like, both of you are close. So then I say 1865, and then you're like, you're closer. And then after that, Snakes is like 1887, 1886, 1885.
Jesse, it sounded like you said 1860 something.
Well, this,
No, I said 1880 first.
I guess
I think I said 1883 at
I
one
guess you can
point.
just rewind the podcast and see who said it first.
I don't really care. It's Dr. Pepper,
Well, then I
the
guess
freaking soda
then
that
I
tastes like
guess
football.
if then that means he don't care, then I guess that means Snicks wins by default by forfeit.
Okay, how about
There you
nobody
go.
wins?
There you go. Snick won by
No.
forfeit. There you go. You won,
I
Snick.
didn't forfeit. I just said I don't care.
That's forfeiting. There you go. Snick won.
What?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
also right.
There you
Quiet, you drink football drink.
It's not even football aesthetic. It's not even football season, is it? Alexa,
Yeah, but
I
it tastes
have
like
freaking-
football.
I
Is
have
it
fucking
football
Diet
season?
Pepsi cans
It's
that
all-
have soccer aesthetic.
All right. So continue your story.
it's not football season. Thanks to Amazon Echo. Boom.
So the whole thing
That
is,
one.
I had to make the camp video last
Tastes like
year,
football.
but I was still using Pinnacle 18 as opposed to Adobe CS5.
How dare you?
And the thing is, I was putting the whole camp video together. Everything was going mostly as planned. But then, right when it came around to trying to process the video for screening to the campers and their parents, I obviously play tested the file to make sure everything was fine. The great majority of cuts between scenes had a weird green flash.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
And my mouse is
And-
dead again. God damn it.
So they all... Oh, OBS is dead?
No. Just ignore what I said. Go.
Alright, so the whole thing is, I couldn't have those stupid green flashes up here because that would make the video look bad.
Yep.
And the thing is, the video was an hour long, and on average, each clip went on for about 5 seconds.
Oh.
I mean, there would be some clips that were like a minute long, but most of them were like couple second clips, and there would be nearly always a green flash when the clip cut to the next.
I think you showed that to me when that happened.
Aliens.
Schneck, I think you showed
And
that to me
I
when it
decided
happened.
to do the hard but surefire way of removing them. I put the hour-long video into Windows Movie Maker, which I found didn't freaking have the green flashes.
Oh.
And I ended up staying up until 6 o'clock in the morning, probably even 7 in the morning, going through the video, taking out every single green flash.
Oh.
MarioTube and Brandon were in the call with me. They left me alone around maybe 3. And I was barely halfway done at that point.
Oh.
Was I working or probably at work then or something?
I think you were working, yeah.
Beam, 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 beam. MarioTube drinks football.
So of
Come on.
course, that BS was utter BS.
Yeah, that sounds grueling.
Yeah, but I did it, and I had to freaking skip breakfast so that way I could fucking sleep for a little bit. Thankfully, dude, thanks to Open 2 Premiere, that shit's not gonna happen again.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
when
There you go,
Mario 2
folks.
finished your RPG the first time, and I was up till 9 a.m.
Well, all of us were up, and I was up until freaking 9 a.m.
But you,
My,
but you didn't have to go to work in 6 hours.
Oh.
I mean, 6 hours is a decent amount of sleep, all things considered.
Well, not if you're not used to it, so.
Yeah, I mean, on average, you're supposed to get 7 hours of sleep.
People say it's 8 hours.
I've heard 10
Well,
at
I
one
think they
point.
say for kids it's 8 hours, but for adults it's 7.
I heard 8. I heard like 10 for kids and 8 for adults. So whoever told me that is a beanuler.
I think it might be.
I mean, I
think
think you get different opinions from
I think
everyone.
it might be 10 for very little, like little kids. It might be 10. Might be 10 for like elementary school age
Babs.
kids, like toddlers, elementary
Oh,
school
Bab.
age. It might be 10.
Ab kids. Adam stares at football can.
So people said people in the back
Why
in the day
you,
said
Jesse?
people back in the day said sleep you grow in your sleep.
Told you.
Wait,
Well,
what? Wait, I'm sorry. Did I hear something about sleep equals growing something?
Yeah, that's what they used to say.
Is that what I heard?
the way you worded that.
Well, I mean, how else was I supposed to word what I heard? Oh God, I accidentally rhymed.
I don't know, Mr. Dr. Seuss drinking football, so.
It's not football when it's not football season. Now fuck out of here with that shit.
Soccer season, it's football season.
No, it's not
Football.
UK season.
It's rugby season. There, I beamed you.
It's baseball. Is
Why?
I think it's baseball season.
Where's the ball aesthetic? I don't see it.
Put it up to the camera and your camera turned gray. That's probably what Dr. Pepper turns your soul into. Also, that was a weird accent by me, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
Who gave Dr. By the way, who gave Dr. Pepper a medical degree anyways? Does it have a doctorate? Does it have medical knowledge? Who made
He has a PhD
And
in
this
peppers.
is why we're all going to switch to Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he doesn't need proof to be a Mister. He is one. Unless you contact
sure?
the SJWs, in that case, you have a whole separate problem.
Where's the Mrs. Pibb?
Ah! Jinx, yummy
Oh.
soda.
No. No, you just reminded me of how there was a point earlier this year where they made Colonel Sanders a woman.
What?
Oh. Yeah, there was a woman, Colonel Sanders.
Yeah,
No!
there was a woman. And they were still, I think they were still I don't know if they were still trying to pretend if if the woman playing Colonel Sanders was still a man, but that was like a whole next level shit. You turned someone who actually existed into a woman.
You mean Reba McEntire?
Yeah, but now they went back to using a man.
Why?
Funny thing is, Colonel Sanders, the modern one right now that we have, actually appeared on General Hospital as like a gag, and it was extremely funny because I knew of this. I knew Colonel Sanders was coming to General Hospital, and my mom loves watching that. So I just hear an episode of General Hospital in the background. I'm like, I wonder if it's the Colonel Sanders episode, and then I just hear Kentucky Fried Chicken. My mom's just like, what the fuck? And I just started laughing. It was so funny. It made no sense.
Oh, you just remind me of the Rugrats chocolate pudding scene for some reason. And on the topic of Rugrats, who knows that it's coming back?
What? I knew Blue's Clues was coming back.
Yeah, there's two Rugrats projects that have been announced. One of which is actually a revival TV series that's been ordered for 26 episodes. Not much is known about it other than the original creators are involved in some capacity. That's already better than any reboot on Cartoon Network.
They've been toddlers, they've been teenagers, they've been adults, but have they been elderly?
I don't know. All I know is that I don't know if this revival series is going to be good. I mean, I would say I need to take a look at it first before I judge. But if it looks like they're going to freaking mess it up, then whatever. But then the other announcement...
Are they going bubbly with it?
If they go bubbly with it, then I'm done.
Slash cray.
Because, especially considering Rugrats and the production company behind it had such a distinct art style, and then you just turn that into the bubbly shit, like, I would lose my shit over it.
Honestly, Schnick, I'm not even having high expectations because
I'm not
seen
having
too many
that
reviews
high of
where
expectations
they
for it neither, but I'm hoping that it's at least passable and not an insult.
If it does fine, that's great and all, but
Yeah.
it's just I don't really think it's gonna do well if they even touch the stupid art style, because we've had so many fucking reboots that have just fallen under. Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans, go fuck yourself.
But the thing is, Nickelodeon's been doing a lot better with reboots. Like, Hey Arnold actually kept the art style the same and just updated it to be more modern
HD.
looking.
And Rocco the same.
They updated it to HD, and Rocco was the same thing. They kept the exact same art style. And
Invader Zim was supposed to come back as well, but I don't know.
I think it still is, but that might be next year.
Also, what else?
And also, I've noticed a big trend recently. I don't know if anyone else has noticed.
Nickelodeon likes cashing in on nostalgia, but then...
Well, that's not just
quick,
Nickelodeon, though. That's also a lot of other companies.
Well, yeah, Cartoon Network did... Cartoon Network has been cashing in on nostalgia, but they've been ruining it. Pretty much the only thing Cartoon Network didn't screw up was the Samurai Jack revival, and even then, Cartoon Network didn't do that. Adult Swim did.
Samurai Jack. At him and Jack. Samurai Jack.
Well, what's up with media trying to cash in on nostalgia all the time?
There's some people that just want to see their favorite stuff come back, like introduce it to a new audience.
Because they don't have VHS of the old things or DVDs of the old shows.
I heard that somebody said that 2018 was like the new 80s/90s. It's just the 80s and 90s brought back with little originality.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that sometimes decades repeat themselves every so often. Like in the 90s or 2000s, it was the 60s again. Like people were wearing 60s clothes in the 90s because it was the thing again.
Well, everyone. Wait, before we continue, real quick, I doubted that I was gonna eat because I didn't feel full, and then when I least expect it, I get fucking food anyways. So here we go. This is what we've come to now. Me pointing the camera up to the ceiling like good old Brandon.
Sorry, but I just wanted to quickly announce what the other project of the Rugrats revival is, and this one actually sounds stupid.
A theme park. I don't know.
No, yeah, the TV series, at least, I'm hoping the TV series does fine.
Live action.
At least it doesn't be a smack in the face to people who like the original series. But there's another idea that was announced that just sounds stupid, and I highly doubt it's going to work. I mean, maybe there's a once-in-a-blue-moon chance it'll work, but it probably won't. There's a movie being made.
Live action or cartoon?
Live action with CG characters. They are literally, it just seems like they're making a version of Baby Geniuses.
How can you even translate that art style into CG though?
You probably can't.
Jimmy Neutron style CG. Even though Jimmy Neutron style CG wasn't that bad.
I mean, when I was little, I thought it was
distinct. Yeah.
Well, at first it was awkward.
Yeah, for me, when I first saw it, I didn't really like it.
Well, no, what I was getting at was that when they first started Jimmy Neutron, it just looked awkward. Because their animation
it looked very stiff.
Very
the animation was pretty stiff. But then as it got later on, they started being a lot more cartoony and started moving around a lot more.
Yeah, and meanwhile, this fucking taco shell basically the taco shell tastes and feels like you took a tortilla chip that's just a bland flavor, like one of those original flavored chips, like Tostillas or whatever the fuck, nacho chips. Like you took a nacho chip but formed it into a taco shell, and it's super fucking crunchy. Like, holy fucking shit, it is crunch.
Salt.
It's like fucking Jesus Christ. Could you? Like, the only way I could see this being any crunchier is if you purposely burn the shell, and that's how I think you can make this more crunchier than it already is. I don't even know how this is so fucking crunchy, but god damn, it's like I'm biting into an edible rock.
You know, Adam, I don't really like the taco shells Taco Bell uses, because if you squeeze them too tight, like to hold them, they'll crack. And I hate that.
That's especially true of the Dorito shells. Those Dorito shells are very, very crumbly. But Taco Bell shells, if you don't eat them right away, they get like fucking soggy, fucking fast.
Yeah, they get soggy at the bottom.
You have to eat them.
For me,
you have to eat tacos first. If you eat tacos and burritos, eat tacos first, because those things don't get soft and mushy.
For me, my experience with Locos Tacos is that they're usually soggy upon arrival. I don't even wait any time. No, they're just soggy from the start, all the time. They might be slightly crunchy on the top, but at the bottom, always soggy.
I always found them to be really dusty. Like, it has lots of cheese dust on the side. That's like the main thing I taste, is the dustiness, and then the sogginess on the bottom. So.
Yeah, that's probably all you taste, because they include like barely any meat in it at all.
Yeah.
You could honestly make a better fucking Locos Tacos at home. Go out. Buy nacho cheese flavored taco shells. Get fucking ground
yeah,
meat.
because they just sell those at the store.
No, they do. They do actually, and I've fucking had them. They actually are good. I'm not even kidding. You can go out into the fucking grocery store. You will find nacho cheese flavored taco shells. Not even shitting you. And
you still haven't gotten the pristine Mexican soda that is Doritos.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. I still haven't gotten that. Rip me.
No pristine Mexican soda for you.
But yeah, get those shells. Get ground meat. Make it.
Yes, deal with football.
Bake the fucking shells. You can microwave the shells, but they're so much better baked. And there you go. You're done. Bada bing, bada boom. For some reason, if you microwave the shells, they come out burnt in a certain area. I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh. Microwave is nuclear powered.
Microwave.
Nice
Microwave works off of nuclear power plant.
Nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant.
Also, this isn't Taco Bell, just to let you know. This is Filibertio's.
Is it
Filibertio's?
Homemade or delivery?
My mom's friend bought it. Brought it here.
It's not delivery if it's DiGiorno's.
It's not delivery if it's not Uber Eats.
It's not delivery if it's not frozen upon arrival.
It's not delivery if it's not Uber Eats with a drink that's spilled.
Speaking of which, okay, so
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, but I wake up, right? And this is a few days ago. I end up staying awake for way too long, and I fall asleep through the hour 12, right around lunchtime. And apparently, my mom and dad came home at the time and got Burger King, but I didn't know that.
Oh.
So then I just skipped that, because the bag was like on top of like the kitchen counter and not the normal living room table, so I didn't know it existed. So then dinner comes around, I eat that. I get kind of full because we had carne asada fries. okay, what's weird is carne asada translates to roast, but I did not eat roast fries. I don't know, carne asada is a weird word. Basically, it's like cheese fries. But anyways, so I eat that, and I get pretty full. And I wait a few hours, and my mom's like, "Man, you aren't gonna eat this?" And I'm like, I'll probably eat it sometime tomorrow." And then my brother is like, "Can I eat Jesse's Whopper?" And I'm just like, "What?" They're like, "You didn't eat the Whopper we got for you." And I'm just like, "What Whopper?" So it turns out there was a Whopper plus fries in a bag that was sitting there the entire day while I was hungry that I could have eaten. So
Oh.
I ended up staying awake really late into the night. And I'm just like, well, I guess I'll eat this. But my mom put it in the fridge, so it was cold. So I didn't.
Cold anyways.
Yeah, so I go put it in a microwave. It tastes exactly like a fresh Whopper. Like, it does not taste any different from a normal Whopper. And I'm just like, man, if this is what a microwave Whopper tastes like, then how many microwave Whoppers have I been fed? Because it literally tasted exactly like a fresh Whopper. I couldn't do anything
But
about
did
the
it-
fries, though. Those fries were rock hard.
Really?
Yeah. Fries got rock hard, and when I tried to microwave them, they just got worse, so.
Oh my god.
You know, back to Uber real fast. You know, back when McDonald's last year, McDonald's invented the McDonald app. You know, and there's the option where you could pull in a parking space and have. You order from the app. You get 3 choices. You either go inside and get the food, go through drive-thru and get the food, or you can pull in a parking space, hit the app, and have the food delivered out to you to the parking space. And I was like, wow, you can't get any lazier than that while eating McDonald's. Nope, I was wrong. now you have to go to the parking lot with Uber Eats. You have to go to the parking lot anymore. You have to have someone get it for you.
Well.
On a bicycle, even. So they're doing all the work, and you're doing nothing.
Like,
Bring, bring,
pay
Big
20
Mac
pay
for
20
number
extra,
3.
So it's like $20 extra for Big Mac.
Oh. Oh.
How's that work? Like,
How to be?
is that delivery fee or something at $20 or?
How to be the ultimate shut-in? How to work at home job, and just have everything ordered all the time. That's it.
Being an editor.
You got Walmart delivery, and you got Uber Eats. What more could you ask for? I mean, there's also other places like Grubhub, but whatever.
I mean, the only reason that I have pizza delivered sometimes when I'm hungry, not having food in the house, is because unlike McDonald's or Wendy's, whatever, I can't really carry a pizza. I can't really walk with a pizza. I'm clumsy, and I might, balance issues and stuff. But
I feel like we just order pizza because I feel like that's the optimal way to get pizza if you're not going straight to the pizza place. Like, I feel like getting pizza from the place and going back home doesn't feel right, but like opening the door and seeing the pizza guy there is just kind of like, oh, it's the whole Pizza Hut experience.
If you have a car, like some people do, like I don't, then you can go get pizza yourself. That's not a big deal. But walking with a pizza, or biking with a pizza, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Well, even when my parents do have cars, as a child, they didn't even bother using the cars to get the pizza. Still delivered.
$5 Little Caesars. I feel like Little Caesars is overrated. I think Papa John's is the best main pizza place, but I haven't tried Old Chicago's, so I don't know if that's good or not.
Yeah, but they're so fucking expensive. Papa John's is.
So
Papa John's.
Besides, you're not allowed to like Papa John's anymore. They banished him.
What?
Well, Papa John's did give me a pizza that was a millimeter thick and burnt with no sauce.
After they fired Papa John himself, here is the guy that they got to replace him. You ready?
Oh.
Motherfucker. Why?
Whoa.
They fired the guy who created the company.
They
They fired the
Gordon
guy.
so
Yep,
hard.
you heard me right. In goddamn Schnick's screwed up mind, they fired Papa John and replaced him with Attaway Man.
Oh, this is not a real thing. This is a Snick thing.
It's not. I mean, well, no, they did fire Papa John.
Hey,
himself.
Wait.
No, he resigned, but no, in real life, freaking this cartoon character didn't replace him. No.
Hey, that could be a part in your freaking DSP Conquers the Universe.
Or in
Freaking
CRPG Part 2, Snick's Revenge.
yeah, but here's the thing.
DSP
Like,
said,
imagine.
what the fuck? This is stupid.
But okay, just have a clip of DSP being like, "Alright, guys, I'm gonna go get something to eat." So then you put his face on top of Gordon Bleu, and then you have like the lobster or something sabotaging him, and have voice clips of DSP raging.
Oh yeah, I should probably do. I was actually kind of thinking about doing that. Like, especially the scene where he poses with the electric eel, and then he goes and dunks his freaking hand in the fish tank, but then he gets bitten by a piranha.
I think that's the only Schneck. I think that's the only way you're gonna get me to see Gordon Bleu is have DSP over the face. That's it.
Dark Side Bleu.
Funny thing is, some of those shorts are still lost, and you're probably thinking to yourself, "Good."
The original Chef Gordon. Not this Gordon Ramsay shite.
In freaking Brandon's Mario 64 ROM hack, he actually used some voice clips from the shorts. And freaking when Adam was playing the ROM hack for the first time, because when he died for the first time, the freaking clip of him saying, just feeding yourself, was the clip that plays as Mario, that replaces Mario's dying groan.
Jesse, did you ever play Brandon's ROM hack?
Nope, but I saw it. It was my first experience watching it. Like anything on Brandon's channel, this is Mario 64 ROM hack.
Ridiculous, wasn't it?
Well, let's see. No, but then the best part is Adam didn't hear what it was, and then Brandon had to tell him, and then here's exactly how it was said, word for word.
Oh, no.
It's your favorite cooking frog No, it's your favorite cooking frog, Adam. Oh, that piece of shit.
Wow. I still like when you long jump, you just hear baby's kisses.
Uh-huh. Oh, and anytime... No.
What about the "what the hell" clip that Brandon used?
When you get burned.
Yeah.
And then of course, yeah, what the freaking triple jump sounds like. It starts, "Hey, hello, baby's kisses."
Every long jump is baby's kisses, though.
Yeah. And the
Baby
funny
kisses,
thing
baby
is,
kisses, baby kisses, baby kisses.
I tried doing the freaking endless stairs glitch, and for some reason it doesn't work.
And then there's
No, it's just really hard. You have to be super fast.
Actually,
I've done it on actual hardware and on the Wii VC, but I can't do it on an emulator.
Actually, there's a hack online that literally enables Mario to be able to do the backwards long jump anywhere with ease.
What?
Yeah.
How can they even do?
Because the thing
Because
is,
they're hackers,
maybe it
and
has something to
that's
do with
amazing.
the way the controller is set up, or maybe it has to do with the ROM being fixed or something. But when I play on the actual cartridge or on the Wii VC, I'm able to do the backwards long jump glitch.
You
But
sure you're not playing on
emulator.
Japan or EU? Like you're not playing on PAL or Japan release?
Japan?
No.
Japan release.
Wow,
I-
Jesse, Japan.
All I know is that I tried to baby's kisses my way up those stairs, and I failed.
Funny enough, I could do the backwards long jump on the small set of stairs in Peach's Castle, like on the left and right, but I can't do it in the big middle one. I could only do it on the small steps on the left and right. And for some reason, I could do it better on the left one, and literally, the best thing I could do with the backwards long jump is get up the end of the stairs and clip through the door to get the bomb on battlefield, even though that's useless since it's bomb on battlefield.
Have you ever done the I think it's the 16 heart. Is like this 16 stars to beat the game speed run?
The 16-star speed run, I haven't done that, but I've done 70-star runs. But 16-star, you have to use the El Conejo, which is rabbit in Spanish. You have to drop him in front of the door and clip through.
I think I did the 16-star challenge once. I mean, it took me a long-ass time to use the rabbit glitch, but...
Have you done the Green Demon challenge, where you have to run away from the 1-up as it chases you while collecting red coins?
I mean, I did it like many years ago, but...
Brandon tried to do it.
And he kept failing. Didn't he start doing Shrek Rage when he kept failing?
Yeah, we used to do it on Wednesdays all the time. Until we stopped.
Oh, God. Well, the whole thing is... I'm trying to think. Is there a reason why you need 16 stars, not 8? Or...
I think you need the key. I think you have to get the.
Well,
key.
yeah, you need the key to the basement, but you only need 8 stars to fight Bowser the first time to get the key.
But then you need the key to get to. The
rabbit. You need 16 stars for the rabbit to spawn, because the rabbit doesn't spawn right away.
Oh,
the rabbit
you
isn't
need 16 stars in order to get the rabbit to spawn.
Yeah.
Or no, I think what it is you need 15 to get the rabbit to spawn, and then the 16 star is when you have to do is it Dire Docks that leads to the second Bowser fight?
I think the sub.
Yeah.
That sub thing.
If it's a submarine, then yeah.
Yeah, you earn the 16 star. You're forced to play the star to unlock the second Bowser fight.
Yeah, and then you get Bowser in the Fire Sea, and then you just...
And then you have to do the backwards long jump up 2 sets of stairs.
Yippers.
Next time, when you're back, you should try doing that. You should try streaming the 16-star challenge.
You want to know something hilarious? So I was playing Mario 64, like going through it.
That's funny.
Just messing around at my friend's house. Quiet, you didn't finish your LP of it. I'm disappointed. You only got like 25 stars. Anyways.
Me? Wait, on the hack or the actual original game?
It was Mario 64 provided by Schnick. It was that I watched.
Okay, in that case, complain not to Schnick, because he was running that, not me.
What did I do?
Anyways.
Never finished your Mario LP.
Oh, I know.
On my channel.
Yeah. I swear to God, me freaking playing Mario 64 is freaking cursed.
Cursed?
I never finished my original Let's Play that I did around the time I first created my channel. I ended up reviving it briefly when I was playing KH1 with Vandelia, but then Nintendo's copyright stuff kicked in. I felt it wasn't worth the risk. And then I ended up restarting it using my actual N64 cartridge on Mario's channel, and then I just kind of stopped that alongside a whole bunch of other Let's Plays of mine.
Yeah.
It was probably due to severe burnout.
I think I have Let's Plays of Mario on my channel too, I think.
I mean, I don't mind going back to finish it. It's just that I guess I just burned myself out somehow.
Well, the time you do like 20 different projects at one time. This is why I'm limiting myself to 2 projects at one time. I'm like,
I'll say this much: if I ever did feel like playing when I feel like playing Mario 64, I'm recording for it.
Once I either finish KH1 or Phoenix Wright first, then I'll move on to another game. I'm only doing 2 projects at one time. I'm not going to go full 10 projects like Snick did.
That's the thing. always tried to limit the amount of projects I did, but then I would feel like playing other games, and I would slowly tack on more and more projects until it became unmanageable.
Snick was a good teacher.
Anyways.
Yeah, a second. Snick was a good teacher. Snick taught me to not do too many projects at one time and not record too many videos at one time. Snick was my teacher in that, so thank you, Snick. You were my teacher in lessons for videos.
The guru. Anyways, so as I was saying, I went to my friend's house and I was playing Mario 64. And my friend's brother was like, wow, you know a lot about this game. Because he didn't really know that much. Like, I was going down Princess Peach's slide and showing him the 1-up and stuff like that. And I was showing him, like, some of the glitches you could do. And I started trying to do the backwards long jump. Then he says, can you, like, break the game and make it look crazy? And then I'm like, no. But here, let me try something. So I go to N64 and I lightly tap the reset button. The reset button gets stuck because there's some goo or something in it. All I wanted to do was reset the game. But the reset button gets stuck and the game goes full bozo. Like, Mario just starts glitching out and freaking out. Some of the textures just go skewed, and the music was basically like that. And then his friend's brother and my friend's brother started laughing like crazy, like, "Whoa, what did you do?" And I'm just like, "I don't know. I didn't mean for this to happen." So eventually, Mario stopped moving, and the game just kind of froze. So then I'm like, "All right, let's get something to unstick this reset button." It was insane. Like, it straight up looked like Mario 64 Chaos Edition.
So
It was funny.
speaking of the 16 heart challenge, the 16 star challenge, has there ever been a challenge you've got in games that you guys have tried to do?
Well, Vandalia knows what I've done.
Oh,
Or tried.
you're
Drink mini football.
the critical
Wait.
level 1 Keyblade challenge, Kingdom Key challenge,
KH1 and 2.
and Birth by Sleep.
KH1 and I think Birth by Sleep failed
Yeah, because
of some bullshit.
yeah, you started leveling for no reason.
Well, I remember with KH1 where it's just like, oh, level up, even though that's not even what I selected, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck it, I guess I failed. Alright, I'm just gonna play through this anyways. And as for KH2, that one was a lot easier because there's literally a fucking ability that just makes it happen. So I'm like, oh, alright, click, and now I'm fucked.
And you click that. The funny thing is, you click that on Birth by Sleep too, but somehow you unclicked it sometime, or it unclicked itself.
Yeah, it was stupid.
I think you got
KH2 was a nightmare though.
You made pretty far until you reached the Hades level.
Yeah, I did get that far, and then I just kind of lost interest.
You can try again when KH3 comes out. The level 1 critical challenge.
Oh no! Oh no!
I guess my challenge was, I've only done very few challenges, but I guess I beat Legend of Zelda 1 and A Link to the Past without a guide for my first time blind. Not 100%, but I beat those games without a guide, and I felt happy because that's when I was 11, and before then I sucked at video games. But, you know, Link to the Past was manageable for me.
Wow.
I couldn't beat Ocarina of Time without a guide because it was so obscure in the stuff you have to do, like place fish in front of Jabu. Like, that is being my opinion.
I think there's probably a sign or a Zora telling you what to do for that thing.
I don't think so. I don't think there's any text. I think there might be in the 3DS version, but I don't think so in the original because I looked everywhere. Tried to talk to Navi. I almost said Tattle, but Navi. I did get really far in Majora's Mask until I got to Great Bay. Yeah, Tattle's in Majora's Mask.
What about you, Snick? What's your challenges?
Challenges, I mean, well, KH1 challenged me to beat the game in 15 hours, and I also made myself not change my equipment.
Oh, I
But you
hate.
cheesed it. But you cheesed it by selecting the easiest difficulty possible.
Whack, whack.
I'm going to do that. But no, you cheesed it by streaming it through your PS4 instead of Elgato or OBS.
No, and there's also an additional thing. I could not die.
Yeah, because
My,
I thought it was.
My-
I thought it
because
was
when
could
you
not
streamed
select
it,
them.
since you streamed it through your PS4, the trophies didn't appear on the screen.
No, they did not. But the thing with what I was gonna say with Mario was that admittedly, it's not hard to get the no death trophy because literally all you have to do is that if you die, you have to select load game and not continue, which will only really suck if you don't save often.
yeah. I beat Mario Odyssey without collecting any 1-ups. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I've never done this before, but there's like people have done the 3-heart challenge in Zelda or the no sword challenge, the no sword in Zelda 1 challenge.
I've thought about doing 3-heart challenges.
I would love to see them try that in Breath of the Ass.
3-heart challenge.
Yep.
People do that and they go fight Ganon and with sticks. And just so you know, when you get to the castle, you don't just have to fight Ganon. I won't spoil what you have to do if you don't defeat the Divine Beast, but let me tell you, it's ridiculous. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I beat Mario Odyssey in 2 hours as a speedrun. And I got stuck in a few places, but 2 hours, I guess, is good for my first time ever trying to speedrun the game with no previous knowledge of any speedrun routes or anything. And there was a point in Mario Odyssey speedrunning where there was a different route for the Sand Kingdom, like literally every other world record. It could be a world record, next world record, completely different route they would take. Next world record, like, it just made no sense, because then, like, can't people, like, calculate the distance between one star and another star? So, or moon, not star.
You know what I've contemplated an idea of?
Stop drinking footballs.
Okay, your joke is running dead now, sir.
Quiet you.
No, you.
Yeah, you guys
No,
Anyway,
you.
so-
You're running dry.
Anyway,
you've got
so
to
my
spread the
idea.
memes out a bit more.
What?
I said you guys spread the memes out a little bit more, not all in one episode.
Beans.
Well, anyways, so my idea was Splatoon 2 multiplayer speedrun. I don't know, something like get to this rank as fast as possible, or something like that. And it's kind of supposed to be like a joke thought, because it's like, well, how do you speedrun that? It's like asking, how do you speedrun Mario Kart, except way more complicated to answer, because multiplayer.
Mario Kart. Well, actually, there are Mario Kart online speedruns where you get to 9999 BFF.
What?
So, yep.
Wow, I never heard of that. That's new. Well,
I've also
at least
done. I've
there
also.
it makes
Okay,
sense, like
Jesse,
that.
it's Mario's turn.
Well,
No,
what?
Mario,
It's fine.
talk.
I just wanted to talk about Mario.
Well, there wasn't really much else I was going to say other than just that's a new concept, but at least with Mario Kart, it still kind of makes sense because you still have to beat the course as fast as possible. But with Splatoon and Splatoon 2, they're third-person shooters. The only way you could really speed the ranked battles is if you get early wins, but that is very dependent on your own skill level, your teammates' skill levels, and this is assuming we're doing randoms, or at least teammates, though for Splatoon 2 it would have to be purely randoms, and the skill levels of the opponents. Yeah. Oh, and also, not to mention the obvious, connection times, how fast you can get into matches, whether or not you get fucked. Just a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff to. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of variables. That's what I was trying to say.
Anyways, what I was going to say was, so I think I might have said this already, but I'm not sure. I might have said it off podcast, but I decided to go back to playing some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and some of you may or may not know, I used to be 11th in the world for the time trials in Moo Moo Meadows. So anyways, besides that, I remember I did Wario's Gold Mine time trials before, and I remember thinking it wasn't that good back when I did it. So my time was like 1 minute and 36 seconds. I go on there and I look at the rankings board. The world record is 1 minute and 33 seconds. I'm literally 3 seconds off of the world record, and I felt like I didn't even drive good. Now, I am like, oh, maybe I could try and do this. Nope, I just kind of sucked at it for a while and realized that all my skill in Mario Kart 8 has been drained, so...
Wow.
Rip.
How's he doing this? Hauser has a countdown for his live stream. Timer countdown. I want one of those.
Countdown. Wait, what? Countdown? Let me see this.
Yeah, people do that, have countdowns before their stream starts or when their stream ends. I know how they do it. They set up 30 minutes earlier, and then they set like a countdown for like 10 minutes or something. And then once that timer is up, then you better have all your stuff ready, and then it plays a little intro, and then, you go.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah, that's not even hard to set up at all. There's even a website that you can make fucking countdowns on.
Cool. If you ever get your OBS fixed, you can start doing that, or if Nick's streaming next. Oh.
Funny enough, I've actually used to have that kind of setup years ago when I was doing Twitch exclusively, when I was just starting out. That was a thing I used to do. I don't do it anymore just because I don't really see the point for myself, but whatever. I mean, for people that are more popular, then how I see it is they do that so then they have time for people to join in, and then when you actually go to do it, then you have a lot more people than if you started immediately, but I don't really see it. I don't think it really makes that big of a difference.
That's what fucking DSP does. He freaking justifies his hour-long pre-streams where all he does is rant about how everyone hates him for no reason, how he needs the money to pay his bills. He claims that he makes the pre-streams so long so that people can show up.
Wow.
Alright.
Imagine being new, clicking on it, and just hearing meh, 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 and then just clicking off.
So, in the chat
really
I just posted, if you see it, that's the link of the site I was using years ago for the countdowns.
It's now a virus.
It's a website, you faggot.
Virus site.
.com.
But yeah, that's what I used to use.
Sponsored by nobody.
Sponsored by nobody. Tostinos. That's who sponsors us. Nobody.
Sponsored by Tostinos.
Buy their products. Buy no products because they sponsor us.
Sponsored by Football Drink.
Alright.
Alright, so before we wrap this up, you have any daily onion snick?
I mean, I could freaking talk about freaking some of the bullshit I had to deal with in middle school.
Okay.
Only because let's just say, because obviously Shitty RPG was originally developed by middle school schnick before I hijacked it. Let's just say when working on Shitty RPG, I actually began to recall quite a bit of stuff that happened with middle school Schnick. Also, I rediscovered a whole shitload of it. Actually, I don't know if I can even... I don't even know if now's the best time. Because what I wanted to do was freaking show some old videos of me.
Maybe you could like give a trailer for it for your video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find one of the cringy videos, and I'm probably gonna show a couple of seconds of it.
We need you.
And then on Saturday, you'll get the main course. Let me find the video. My hard drive's loading. Alright. All I know is that the video was made in... Oh, I fucking found it. First try. Alright. Here is a photo of my old dog at the bungalow that he would later die from.
Oh.
Yeah, this was when he was still relatively young, though far from. Let's just say the bungalow's condition, while it wasn't perfect when this photo was taken, it hadn't degraded to the point where he went there and got sick, came home, and then died.
Wink, wink.
But here he was fine. Alright, so we have this nice photo of him. Here's another pretty good photo of him. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he smile.
Yeah. He's having... Oh my fucking god, his fucking candy cane squeaky toy's right there.
What?
Nostalgia.
Funny thing is, I still have that toy. In fact, the baby was playing around with it, but then he eventually broke it.
The bad boy.
My toy.
Yeah,
now.
I still have that candy cane, but we have it out of his reach.
Yeah.
So let's see. And then we go to the next one. Are you ready for middle school Schnick?
Yeah.
Let me up. Volume's gotta go all the way up. Here we fucking go.
Okay.
No.
Here are the needs.
Middle school Schnick, no. Schnick with his play subjects.
That your very first Let's Play?
No, it's me freaking showing. It's like Jesse said, middle school Schnick is showing off his loyal subjects. So I will play more of this freaking video on Saturday.
Will you upload it as like a joke video?
I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna actually give a couple more previews based on what I find in these folders. So this way I know to go back to them.
Super Mario, Super Mario, Super Mario World.
So apparently, I gotta be an early bird for tomorrow because word just came in that I need to help my dad around 8 in the morning, my time, and I have to move the washer and dryer for his friend. What is it? What the hell is this?
Do you remember when I told the incredible stories where I tripped on what my dad called a leaf and I was complaining about the pain the whole time? There's me in the Mr. Incredible outfit.
You look meaty.
I don't know why, but for some reason your camera makes you look like a girl. It's like slightly scrunched in an awkward position.
He was Violet.
What?
He was dressed up as Mrs. Incredible, Mrs. Stretch Boy.
Mrs.
Now I need
Stretch.
to find a few more freaking preview images.
Well, we better
Mrs.
wrap this
Stretch.
up since Mario has to go to bed soon
Yeah.
for his night
Well,
shift.
it's only 8:31.
Real quick. I'm gonna bring this back up on Saturday, but take a good look at this photo of elementary school Schnick, okay?
Abschnick.
Oh,
Adorable
the
Snick.
evil little shit.
The adorable.
Yeah,
The
satanic.
evil little shit.
Yeah, he is an evil little shit.
Yeah, I
Seep's,
know.
Wolf and Seep's closing.
You wanna know what the sad thing is, though?
The hat
I
is
looked
not
through
real.
every single photo that, like, you saw all the folders and everything. I looked through at least a couple hundred photos. This is the only photo of elementary school Schnick that actually looks kind of nice.
All the rest of them is
The only
at him
one?
screaming.
The only one.
What happened
are
to
the other
every
ones?
other one?
I can try to find an example of elementary school Schnick that's the norm, but that might take a while.
But we'll wait for that for.
Describe it.
Rare footage
Describe
of
it.
elementary
Let's just
school
say I
Schnick
made
smiling.
Probably one of the worst faces you'll ever. Either I looked absolutely miserable, or I would make the worst faces you would ever see, thinking I was looking cool. And I mean, you know what? If you need to do closing, I'm gonna quickly skim through here and see if I can find such an image. Let's see. Here's one.
Oh no.
It's Alucard, everyone.
Wow, young Schnick looked really weird. He has a thick mustache. Is that fake?
That's my
I
dad.
hope that's a fake. What? What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with the picture? What the
Look
fuck?
at his face. Look at Schnick's face.
What's wrong with it?
He's going.
I'm confused. I am legit confused.
Look at
What's-
this fucking smile.
Okay.
He looks like
What's-
the fucking devil there.
Really? I'm more concerned about your dad at that point in time, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. What the fuck?
What?
the fuck? How is that even fucking bad? I don't understand. Like, I am so confused as to why you're
What?
calling that bad.
How can you not see it,
You
Adam?
know what?
How
Do you
can
wanna
you not
see,
see
you
it?
know what? Fuck this.
You're-
Do you
he's
wanna
a-
see
he was a
freaking
fucking
middle school
kid.
Schnick? Do you want to see a fucking middle school Schnick photo that was taken around the time Shitty RPG was in production?
Yeah, I want to see this. This better be fucking bad. If you tell me it's bad and it's actually fine, I'm gonna have a fucking fit.
No, this is not fine.
Don't fucking lie to me, Schnick. Schnick. Don't fucking lie. I swear to God. Who the hell is this?
Schnick.
Is that you?
Yep.
What the fuck? I can't even recognize you at all. You look like you look like some completely different person.
He's transformed.
Fuck! I literally can't even recognize you at all. This
And
just
then
looks
here's
like an
one.
image of a different person.
Adam, I can't recognize you. You aren't wearing a hat.
That's middle school Schnick. That's the creator of Shitty RPG. You're looking at.
Kind of looks like a picture of Reggie that I've seen.
You look a little bigger back then.
Alright.
And that is my preview. You get to see more elementary school and middle school Schnick in clearer quality, including ass scratching. That's constant. On Saturday.
Alright.
Adam.
Cool.
What have we?
Ow,
What
my
have
throat.
Why do you play
What
that?
have we learned today?
You sound like an angry mom.
Evil.
I've learned I can damage my throat by doing stupid shit that's not even that bad.
Yeah, we've
With my
learned
mouth.
that people in the morning shift are fucking idiots.
At McDonald's, at least.
We learned that we all have different sleep schedules, and game challenges can be fun to try, but most of the time, none of us finish them.
I only work when I'm haunted by ghosts.
We learned to eat taco. We learned to eat tacos fast, and Jesse can make a lot of thumbnails really quick succession when
Actually, that took like 2 hours to make all of them.
When he hears voices in his head, and
What?
And we learned that middle school Snick has a lot of proof of his evil deeds.
Yeah, I do have a lot of proof that elementary school Schnick and middle school Schnick existed.
Dirty deeds, and they're done. They're cheap.
And we've learned that the late